Hi guys, it's Andy, the GDScript dude, and I'm just posting a little update on what I'm doing. I'm presently refactoring my project. It's like there's so much code, and you know, when you start a project, you like churn out the code to get everything working nicely, and then you kind of get to a stage where you think, God, I could do this better. Like, it's called refactoring, right? So I'm going through everything and I've almost done it all, and I spent most of this week actually doing it because I promised people on my channel that they could download and try it out. This is my digital logic simulation, and I've actually done it before. I posted it online, some examples of it, and people thought it was great, and I refactored that one, and then I completely started again after I discovered the GODOT graph nodes, because before I was using like I was coding my own way to connect nodes, like pins on like circuitry, like between an output pin and input pins and things like that, with drag and drop, and where it's all done with the GODOT graph nodes. So I decided to go with that. When I worked it all out, I put a tutorial on my website, gdscript.com, and now I'm close to producing another. Like, look at this. This is my channel. I'm getting mixed up here, aren't I? Let's go back to the. What am I doing? This is stupid. I'm okay. This is my project. This is GODOT Engine Logic Simulator. This is my new one, which is private code at the moment. You know, I'm going through everything, refactoring, like I said, and I'm posting on my website a diary. So if we go to the code, this is Microsoft code. VS Code, where I, below the level of my GODOT project, I used VS Code to organize my actual project. See, there's tons of stuff there to do with Godot, but then I've got things like social. I've got these, like the build directory where I have my build and some data, and then information I'm collecting together. This is all stuff I put in my GitHub repo, and then the actual GODOT project is under source there. That's the GODOT stuff. Social is like when I keep a record of what I post on social media, like pictures of things like this when I share things online. And that's quite a good idea to do. You can keep track of, like, say your followers, for example. You can make a little text file of which people are really interested in my stuff and looking forward to getting hold of a demo version of it or something like that. That's the idea there. And yeah, on the top, on the right there, we've got I usually have a SVG file which is using Inkscape, where I draw all my graphics in that file there. So I have that at the top level, and a git ignore for things that are not to be saved to the GitHub repo, and the list of, to keep that prominent, I've got my list of to-dos there. Okay, moving on. Everything's under source control now. It's a really good idea to do. And we can go to open recent. You see, wow, look at all my stuff. And then the recent thing, most recent after the logic simulator, is my website. Hopefully I'm not revealing anything like hackers can get hold of. But the newest part of my website, gdscript.com, is my diary. Let's have a look at the diary. Can we see it? Oh, this is not my diary. This is the diary. This is the gdscript.com diary. If you go to the footer, you can see a link to my diary. It's a good way to, I think I really like to follow people's progress. You know, you can do it on YouTube, like videos, but if like blogs, blogs used to be a thing, didn't they? I've had blogs before, but this is another idea. It's similar to a blog where I'm gonna, or other people have their development, like progress reports, and you follow them. A development, what do you call it? Development diary, whatever it's called. Anyway, this is just my introduction, and I've got quite a lot of entries now. I'm putting the most recent at the top, and then this. By the way, I don't use WordPress. I use a static site generator called Hugo. It's using the Go programming language, and it's fantastic. And I have got it all automated. So, look at this. This is like under GitHub control. It's all like backed up to my GitHub, and it's on my PC, and it is on my website. And I wrote a script to deploy it to my website. Hopefully it doesn't reveal anything compromising. I don't think it does. No, it's like called a bash script, and my operating system is Linux, and you can do it in Windows as well probably, but yeah, I like Linux. And what's my Linux called? It's called Manjaro, that's the one. And yeah, so this script, it adds the latest stuff when I run this script. It adds everything to GitHub that means everything that is not ignored in the git ignore file. Then I commit it. I just put a simple update message because I don't have to type anything in then. And then git push, that pushes the files up to the repository online in GitHub. And then this build site, it's a Hugo command. This is the site builder I'm using. It automatically takes all of my HTML files, all of my templates, all of my markdown files, and compiles them into the new version of the site. Then it uploads to the server with this rsync command. Just one line, amazingly, isn't it? And this is over SSH secure like copy method, and it recognizes that I've logged in there before securely with my my keys, like the public and private keys, that kind of stuff. And yeah, going back to the diary, you can see I think people are gonna find this quite interesting. This is working my main project, like talking about my trials and tribulations developing this project. I'm going into quite a lot of detail, and I'm putting screenshots of things and talking about what I'm going to do next and what bugs I found and that kind of thing. It's the next one, thoughts, to-do thoughts, and yeah, I hope people find interesting in bits of code and talking about the bugs I found and that kind of thing. So that is like one aspect of community, I suppose. If people want to follow what I'm doing, they can read the diary. But another thing, I want to get like feedback from people, and with a static site it's a little bit more tricky, so I'm going to implement a discourse like forum, but it's mainly for like comments. Discourse was developed by the Jeff Atwood and his partner. I think it's Fog Creek Software. They're kind of like some of the best developers in the world, I think. And they created this modern way to do social interaction with forums and stuff. So I'm going to install that. It's not like a walk in the park, so I'm going to take my time because it uses like Redis for the database, which I have no idea about, and Docker, which I haven't used before. It's all very modern things, but I think I can do it. My web hosting is DigitalOcean. I'm using one of the very basic droplets, they're called, very low priced one with and I recently upgraded because I've been using that for 5 years, and I only had like the 512 gigabytes of RAM, megabytes of RAM rather, and then this needs 1 gigabyte at least. And then when I check the latest hosting plans, they do. The minimum one is 1 gigabyte, so I upgraded that. And now I got for free, I've got like 1 gigabyte of RAM, so I can presumably install Discourse, but I'm gonna need some email provider, like rather than Gmail or something. And they even say what you can use. So recommended email providers for Discourse. I went through this list and I came across MailJet. I think I'm going to use MailJet because it is free for 6,000 emails a month, and I'm 200 emails a day, so I'm not going to get anywhere near that level. And I don't have to provide a credit card, so I can set that up. So I'm going to probably do that tomorrow. It'd be so awesome to get Discourse installed. Yeah, that'd be cool. And yeah, so that was a quick update of what I'm doing. I'm refactoring my code and I'm building up the community. Hopefully. See you again in another video soon. Cheers. Have a great day.